Rotherham R local train. The next stop is City Hall.
Train to Eastchester Dyer Avenue. Approaching the station, please stand away from the platform edge.
The ceiling is leaking. So there's train number 5. Bound for the Bronx. This here is Wall Street Station. Yeah, they got a wide variety of different trains, unlike the TTC. All I have to do is research, and then I can start pointing out the different type of subway trains. Wow, the subway system here sure is loud. Is that another one I see? Or is it my imagination? Looks like another one. We'll wait for it. Okay. That is a train coming. And here comes another train. They come very frequently, and that's only because they run on separate lines. Trains have the American flag on the side. The 4-digit numbers on the side, like 77. It reminds me of the Detroit Diesels, what the interior looked like. They use stickers like this one on TTC's Detroit Diesel buses that got retired in the late 2010s because they didn't meet the emission standards. It's like, the font is like the same size and the same number. What a coincidence. So in this clip, we're going to be walking from one subway line to the other. There's 4 lines, 4 or 5. We're going to walk to NW. It's getting dark now, 19 degrees centigrade, but I'll do some more transit fanning tomorrow. It's getting late. Not good to be out late at night, even in a city like this. Well, actually, especially in a city like this, because the weirdest crap happens at night when we're asleep. There's homeless people around, there's, you know, you've got drug addicts, people acting weird. So it's never a good idea to be out late at night. And New York City tends to have a lot of gangs. Well, I mean, there's gangs everywhere, but anyhow, look at this. It's blue. The whole room is blue. I mean, it's too light for my favorite shade of blue, but that shade of blue reminds me of Thistletown Community Center, which is located in North Etobicoke, where I used to go to when I lived in that neighborhood. But that light colored blue takes me back to when I was really little. It's also the same color as Eiffel 65. So I think you go in through here. Even better, the entrance from the street. There's a lot of street entrances in this town. Oh wait, we want to go to the other side. Shoot. Back in the day, Toronto used to have something like this, except they were washrooms. They had underground washrooms. One side would be for men's, the other side would be for women's, but they got rid of it. Wait, hold on a second. Let me check the sign again. I have a feeling that this would have been my train. Is there a sign that tells me where it is? Uptown and Queens. Yep, Uptown. That's what we need. So I was right all along. I don't know what I was doing. My brain's not working 100%, so we'll just have to go back down. There we go. And this curve is very bendy. I mean, it's kind of plastic, but it's so flexible. I like the stiff plastic better. So here I am at Empire State Building. Is this what it used to look like back in the day? No, it doesn't look like it. Although it is kind of designed using the same material. So it's basically a hotel, which is separate. But you can hear a lot of backgrounds because I'm at the One World Observatory. I'm gonna look through the telescope once after these folks. It's a bit of a line. Oh well. Let's go look through this one. So what am I seeing? This looks like an old school village. You don't see it very well on camera. Oh, it's ice cold lemonade, $5. So they're giving away lemonade. It's a lemonade stand. I wonder if this might be a hologram. I mean, it's just a picture, but it's motion picture when you look through that telescope there. So that's the image I was looking at. I'm gonna look through each and every one of them. Unfortunately, I do have to point the camera down since there are a lot of people here. And I gotta use an indoor voice. Don't want the whole world to hear me, but hopefully you guys can. We are inside one of the landmarks. This used to be the tallest building of the city before those two twin towers of the World Trade Center was built. So it looks like somebody's setting up a newscast. Doing the same thing here. Or it looks like she's taking a picture of something. I guess this is basically history. That's an old school bus, city bus running by. I guess that's what New York City used to look like 100 years ago, or maybe a little less. Hey, you can actually see it's better quality through here in this telescope. I don't even have to look through myself. I can just observe. So that's a double-decker bus. It looks like it's towing something too. And it looks like some guard tower up there. I guess he might be controlling the traffic lights, my guess would be. Yeah, it looks like he's controlling the traffic lights. Yep, same view. And there's that double-decker bus again. So it's not actually it is towing something. The site in the 20s. So that's what it used to look, what NYC, Manhattan looked like back in the 20s. So that's the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. Yeah, I can't look through each and every other telescope. Everybody else wants to get a view. So that's 1931. Oh, it's going like a time lapse. March 1930. It's kind of time traveling. It's going back in time, really. Kind of like a time lapse. Oh, look at that. That's the construction of the Empire State Building. Look, they're building the building there. See? No wonder the Empire State looks so antique. So that's the time lapse of... It looks like they demolished something to build this building. You can watch it going up and up and up and up. You know, my dad was around when the CN Tower was being built in Toronto. He would watch the CN Tower go up and up and up and up. And it only took like several years to build that thing. Especially, it's more important that I point the camera down when I'm around children, because when you're underage, you would need your parents' permission to be on YouTube. Don't want to be recording minors. Oh, this guy deceived me. He's just a statue, but he looks more like a soldier. So it looks like they're constructing. That's like the view of action. Looks like this guy was catching fire. Lanner Hotel. He's giving out magazines. They do that a lot, especially around Times Square nowadays. Although they don't give newspapers, he's giving out newspapers, not magazines. But
the Empire State Tower. You can take to the air to keep the field safe to all the ground.
See, he's not... Everybody's running away. You know, they do the same thing around Times Square. They give out promotions for like bus tours and clubs. I try to avoid them, but they're so hard to avoid. So that's the building we're in. They made a good model of this. Should get a picture of it. Wait, let me just zoom out a little bit without ruining quality. Actually, maybe I should stand back. There we go. And there's the smaller model of it.
Early on in my career, I was up on the 86th floor. It was winter, and I was looking out at the view from the observation. And all of a sudden, it was the first snowfall of the year, and I thought
This is like a time capsule. We didn't have much in the way of DVDs back then. These guys look very familiar. There's old school cameras. I mean, we did have discs at the time. That's from 80s to 2000s. It's probably what those... I think these are game cards. That actually looks just like what the save icon looks like. And you got a watch, telescope. I wonder what that thing is. Is that a camcorder? I don't see the camera thing. I don't on it. All I see is the record button, but that's it. Motorola. I don't know what that thing with the green screen is. And going further back in time from 60s to 70s, a lot of good architecture. Good old painting. Oh, there's that old-fashioned telephone. '30s. Even older.
one of the things that makes the Empire State Building so iconic is that when we were constructed, we were not only the tallest building, but also
Can't hear. She said one interesting thing about the Empire State Building, but I couldn't hear her very well. It's too noisy. What is... Come on, show it again. Look at all those sparks. Pretty cool to see. I think this is some kind of power station. That's my only assumption. It's definitely something electrical due to the sparks. Whoa. Yeah, you don't ever want to put your hands where you see sparks. Oh, it's a relay controller. Controllers ran the original elevator. So this is how the elevators used to run before computers existed. Oh, you know what? I think that's for someone to get their picture taken with. That's because that elevator is basically a photo spot, and I have no one to take my picture. So there's the history of elevators. I know Mr. Alex will be interested in this. But if you're an elevator enthusiast, you definitely got to check out this one. Ooh, Otis. I think that's Alex's favorite elevator brand or model. Because he films a lot of Otis elevators inside random buildings. Kind of like my nature compilation video that I used to do. Except what I did, instead of going from building to building trying to look for an elevator, I just go from forest to forest trying to look for a secret pathway. So now that this is like a real elevator, it's becoming more realistic. Okay, don't want to be walking through crowds. Whoa! I can really feel the motion. Ground's vibrating. This kind of reminds me of Tower of Terror at Disney's Hollywood Studios. One 2.8 million square feet. Let me read this real quick. Yep, sure is. I don't have good reading comprehension skills, but it's still good to read stuff. So these must be the floors where that are used by every company. So like Expedia Group would be on this particular floor, and then that particular floor, a few floors down, Booking Holdings. Never heard of that one. LinkedIn. Okay, so LinkedIn is closer to the ground. So various companies use this building, just like how the financial buildings in Toronto are used by various companies. It looks a little bit like the Scotiabank building in Toronto, but it doesn't mean that the Scotiabank building is full of Scotiabank people. Wednesday, October 2nd. I wonder what year that would be. That's pretty interesting. Don't really know what that's all about. Oh, you know what? I think I should pause it. I don't think I should be doing this due to copyright. I'm gonna get copyrighted. Okay guys, so we're on the 80th floor of the you-know-where Empire State Building. This is the Wi-Fi credential. They offer free Wi-Fi here. So let's look out the window. It's about the same height as the CN Tower. This is my travel booklet, so travel binder, so I better not... Actually, I better hold it so that I don't forget it. But look at... My, oh my. Just look at that view. I wonder what I'm looking at. Is that New Jersey or... I can't even tell where this is. But look at all those skyscrapers out there. It's just like the CN Tower. I'm just trying to think, where would this... I'm gotta familiarize myself with the geography of NYC. So it's either Brooklyn or New Jersey that I'm looking at. Central Park would be on the other side. But I think that's... Can you see Times Square from here? Not really. I wonder if did I bring my telescope with me? No, didn't bring my telescope with me. I wish I did, though. I really wish I did. Because this would be a great opportunity to use it. But I have no idea what I'm where exactly I'm looking at. So this is the observation floor. Looks like this guy's made of Legos. Yeah, I think these are Legos. Let's get a picture of him. Actually, we can get a picture of him from the side, like we're taking, like he's posing for the picture. Okay, smile, my guy. Oh, don't want to zoom out too much because otherwise the camera's going to go out of focus. There you go. I'm sure you look great in the picture. What about you? Let's get a picture of you. Come on, show me your defense. He's not going to smile because he's Batman. There we go. Okay, we'll wait for those folks to move so that we can look out the window facing west or east or wherever it's facing. It's so hard to tell, especially in a city I've never been to before. But this probably won't be the last time I come here, so come to NYC. So next time I'm here, I would have learned something, and I'd have more to talk about, because there's a lot of significance in Manhattan. So hopefully I'll be more familiar by the next time I come here. You know what? I have an idea. Why not go take a picture of this view? There. Pretty good skyline picture. Oh, sorry. Just bumped into someone, little girl. Gotta be careful around little children. They are vulnerable. That's why laws against children are taken very seriously. (2023), so that was a history of last year. One for the younglings. So they're really displaying Legos. 2024, let's see what's happening this year. Oh, I think that's RM. I have no idea who that is. I think it's R something, the name of that character. But I'm not a Star Wars fan. I do find outer space relaxing, but ironically, I've never been a Star Wars fan, and I probably never will. Star Wars doesn't really interest me that much. It only interests me in the slightest. That's a better view. Looks like they're, as you can see, they're building something, and it looks like they're 60% done. I'm more familiar with this view. That's Lower Manhattan that you're looking at. And this here's the One World Trade Center. And just beside the One World Trade Center is the 9/11 Memorial. So we're basically looking south. So that must be the Hudson River. This is so much like the CN Tower. Has the same vibe. Upgrade to 102. So in order to go to floor 102, you have to buy a separate ticket. And I'm not going to do that. I'm pretty cheap, so I'd rather just stick with the 86th floor. Maybe I'll do the 102nd floor next time I come here. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Okay, let's look through this real quick. So these are binoculars. Ooh, look at that. It's some kind of time lapse. What's that thing at the top? Or that thing that keeps bouncing down from the top? I know that's Times Square. See, this time lapse must have been like in the 2010s or at least the 2020s. You could tell by Frozen. You see that bubbly thing coming down, like bouncing down like that? I don't know what that is. But the movie Frozen, it came out in 2013. And the second one came out in late 2019. Are they all the same, or any of them different? Oh, it rotates. Okay, this one faces Central Park. So let's turn it. So the view doesn't change. It's basically moving it around for no reason. Well, what's the point of, why does it rotate if it doesn't even change the view? I think it should stay still. Like, what's the point of making this thing rotate if the view is still going to be the same? I'm definitely going to check out Central Park, that's for sure. I should probably do it today because it's going to be cloudy and rainy tomorrow. And here it looks like either spring or fall. I'm going to say spring. I mean, the leaves are kind of green and orange at the same time. I can't tell which season it is. It's definitely not winter or summer. You know what? I think it's fall. Because it's kind of yellow and orangey at the same time. There's no way I'll be able to explore every single segment of Central Park. United Nations. Okay, I'm not familiar with United Nations, but why not take a look anyways? So we're in this building, as you know. So every binoculars or every viewpoint has different features. Like, I mean, there's different viewpoints per every station or whatever you call it. I'm terrible at explaining things. I really am. I don't even know what to call this thing. So here I go again. Blame my stupid learning disability. I wish I didn't have it. Otherwise, I'd probably have more subs by now. Ooh, Brooklyn Bridge. Yep, I do plan to walk along the Brooklyn Bridge after I finish my adventure here. Well, you won't be seeing this until I get back from my trip, so yeah, make sure you check out Brooklyn Bridge walking video.
Figyelj, 95% a tudat alatti, és 5%-os a tudatos élő. Ez azt jelenti, hogy az életünket 95%-ban a tudat alattival töltjük. És nem is vagyunk tudatában.
So I think that might be upper west side. No, upper east side, I think. And I think that's Brooklyn, and maybe this is Queens. There's the Brooklyn Bridge. Now there's a line. Oh wait, I think that's the line for the 102 floor. So now I made a mistake. I was on the 80th floor earlier. This is the 86th floor. And it's the observation deck. I'm outside in a t-shirt right now. It's a little bit cool, but it's not bad. The sun feels quite nice. They have the outdoor observation deck at the top of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. But why not get some more pictures in? So this building was built in 1931, and it's the heart of Midtown Manhattan. But I better be careful not to drop my phone off the building. Don't want my phone to fall down, so let's not put it behind the fence here. So this here, if I'm okay, better put my sunglasses on. So like I was showing earlier, this I believe is it's not Hudson River. Hudson River is the one that takes you to New Jersey. But I think this right here is Long Island, and that's Brooklyn. And down there must be either Queens or the Bronx. But I've never done this before, doing a view clip on an outdoor observation deck. They had it under at the CN Tower, but it was under construction maintenance. Oh, it's let's see what's behind this thing. Okay, let's see what's through this telescope, or not the telescope, but the viewpoint. Oh, you can see Statue of Liberty. Look at that. That's Liberty Island. And if you go to Battery Park, you can catch a boat that'll take you into the Statue of Liberty. So once again, One World Trade Center, Liberty Island, and that would be New Jersey, and that's the Hudson River. And then there's the PATH train and the NJ Transit train, which both takes you into New Jersey. The PATH train is like Ontario's GO train system, which is a commuter rail line.
t'as juste à tourner la petite molette.
Some people are afraid of heights. Not me. Maybe I was afraid of heights back in the day. Well, I mean, I am afraid of heights in a dream, but not in real life. And that building is more than... Yep, it's more than 50% done. I wonder what that building's gonna be. You know what? I think I might have made a mistake. That here might be the Brooklyn Bridge. Oops, sorry. A lot of people are getting their pictures taken. Okay, maybe I should stand back. I don't want that phone to fall off my hands. Not only that, throwing objects off the building is prohibited. So not only would I lose my phone, I'd also be in big trouble.
We're at the questions that I asked. If you want to do another list, you can.
Ja.
That's the city of Newark.
Direkt davor.
Okay, it's getting a little windy.
Regarde exactement où je suis. Regarde tes lunettes, touche pas.
Ooh, it's chilly in the shade. It's nice in the sun, but cold in the shade. Sorry guys, just choked on my own saliva. So this here's the Comcast building. Can't see it very well. Yeah, there's gonna be some errors in those clips since I don't know too much about New York. And this building looks like it's 75% built. And I think over there is the George Washington Bridge. And last but not least, Central Park. Well, unfortunately, there are minors that appear in these clips, but there's not much I can do about it. I mean, you have no privacy in public, as long as you're not recording people intentionally. Yeah, I should probably check out Central Park while it's sunny. So I think that there might be Queens. There's a 102nd floor, but I'm not going there today. It'll be just this one and that's it. We're almost finished the perimeter, so then I'm gonna wrap things up. My gosh, I'm due for a haircut. The hair keeps getting in front of my face. That's part of the reason I don't like wind. Not good for long hair. Ooh, pretty good. Very good view from far away. I think I can see the Atlantic Ocean from here. Yep, that's the Atlantic Ocean, all right.
Daddy, look for it. It's a viewing thing. Daddy.
All right, I've had enough. MTA has a very weird subway system because both tracks, they go in the same direction. Because if you look this way or this way, there's two trains that come here. Yeah, they're both going the same direction, and then there's a train that bypasses the station that runs right in the middle. It's so confusing. This is an incredibly confusing subway system. I remember in Montreal, they didn't even have a sign that showed which direction is which, and I ended up getting on the wrong train, all because there's no stupid sign. Uptown and Queens, that's what I want. But it's nothing like the Toronto subway. Both those tracks, they really go in the same direction, so there's like multiple of them, which really confuses me. My dad told me that MTA has a cool transit system, but I don't know. It's kind of a shit show. And the platforms are very narrow. Like, look, you're so close to the tracks. Never mind. It doesn't stay that way for long. I mean, yeah, New York City has a cool subway, but it's a real shit show. So let's watch this train leave. This kind of looks like a Kawasaki train. I could be wrong. There's too many variety, and I really can't memorize them all. I do research, and nothing helps. Oh, I think that's from the 70s. That looks like a train car from the 70s. I don't know if it's Kawasaki. There's a brand, a model called West something dash hyphen something. Here comes another train. So obviously Queens is uptown. Yeah, I really get confused. Not only that, the prices here is higher. Like, it costs $4 and something cents per every time you take the subway, and they don't seem to have a 2-hour transfer. Maybe they do, but I don't know. I keep having to reload this stupid card all the time. But anyhow, let's get on the train. I'm only going to take it one stop. And this looks like a 70s train, made between 75 and 78. I don't know if it's my imagination, but I feel like there's a lot of people yelling in New York City. Okay, let's see which train is going to leave first. I mean, this train's going to leave first because it came here sooner. So guys, if you visit New York, be careful with the subway. It's very confusing. Anyhow, that's my stop, so I'm gonna get off here. Yeah, this is Port Authority bus terminal, so it's kind of like a major station where you can catch buses. I don't exactly know where the bus bay is. But anyhow, let's go upstairs. Actually, I'm gonna end this clip right now. Maybe after watching those trains go. Let's watch those trains go, then we'll end it off. Okay, this train's gonna leave first. They're both leaving at the same time. Surprised that there hasn't been any douchebags who are telling me to stop recording. It's only been my second night, but we'll see what happens for the remainder of my trip. So this train right here is on the W line. So the Q line runs on one side of the track, the W line runs on this side. So now we're walking on J Street. I got off the subway one stop too late after filming a subway video. I should have gotten off at High Street, Brooklyn Bridge. But I thought that station was still in Manhattan. But no, it's already just past the Brooklyn Bridge. It goes underneath the East River, the A and C line. So I'm just walking to get lunch. I didn't have much in the way of breakfast this morning. So I'm really hungry. And you see, the trees look like we're a month ahead. It looks like it's May. But yeah, I'm only here because I wanted to film a walking video along Brooklyn Bridge. And I'll do that after lunch. This here is the Manhattan Bridge, where the N, D, and Q line, and then there's another line that runs along here. N, D, Q, and W run along here, and there's a train going in the opposite direction. It's gonna go across the Manhattan Bridge. Oh, here comes the train even closer. Also heading in the same direction. Whoa, the ground really vibrates. That would be a wet someday train. Wet something, yeah. subway line indicators that MTA uses. It sort of looks like TTC because the Toronto subway, the yellow line would be line 1, and it's in a circle, in a yellow circle. It's, yeah, maybe, who knows, maybe Toronto subway got the inspiration from New York. But the subway system in New York City is the second oldest in the world, after the London Underground Tube. Okay, I don't know what this is, but it looks very archaeological. It's part of the Manhattan Bridge. And look how high the ceiling is. I'm not crazy about old stuff, but I thought, why the heck not make a random clip just walking through here, because I know some of you guys may be interested in this. I don't even know, once again, I don't even know what I'm walking under. It says Dumbo, but that can't be the name of whatever this is. Yeah, I feel like a first grader because I have no idea what each and everything is called. Don't ride under the Manhattan. Oh, it's the Manhattan Bridge overpass. I see. Why don't I think of that? But I completely forgotten about that. But you know, it really has a 20th century vibe. Maybe even earlier than that. Who knows? My oh my, it sure looks like spring here in Brooklyn, New York. And that here looks like a nature path. Let's check it out. There's a pigeon, and that bird looks familiar. It's not a sparrow. Don't know what that is. But do be careful with pigeons because they can really scare you. It even smells like spring. Looks and sounds like it, and like spring, and the leaves are erupting. I don't think they're full grown yet. And there's some wild plants springing up. And this here is the Brooklyn Bridge, and I'm about to make a vlog of myself walking along the Brooklyn Bridge. My dad walked along it last time he went there. But like, it just looks so much like a vegetation when you see like a little bit of green there, a little bit of green around. It's not fully grown. They kind of look like connected vines. So here it's starting to erupt. It smells a little bit like Florida as well. Hey, look at those raccoons. We've got 2 raccoons.
Oh no, we wanted 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my gosh.
At least 5.
Dang it. Oh well, more will come.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I see one right there.
Yeah, another kind of here. Did I come from here too?
I don't. They put up
Home to various habitats, including birds, native species, and raccoons. I don't see any raccoons right there. Well, no wonder they fence this up. It's kind of like a zoo. They fence everything up. You're only allowed to stick to designated paths. Hello, Mr. Raccoon. How is everything going? There's one.
No, I haven't forgotten about you.
Ooh, he looks like he's eating something. What are you eating, Mr. Raccoon?
I don't think you can see that from here. He just loves him, so.
I'd offer you one, but these are really loud.
Wow, that ice cream truck's playing good music. But it's pink, as you can see. It's kind of like one of those carousels at shopping plazas. Oh my gosh, Google Maps Street View, hi! Gotta get a picture of that. Hello, I can't wait to see myself. I gotta check here. That elevator feels like a chamber, the way the doors are circular. It's kind of like the security check at the airport. The chamber you have to go through when they screen you for stuff.